I hear you say so clearly, this shall be what you are bringing forth in the earth at this time. The arising of God, the arising of His agenda. Swift victories shall be one right after another through the courts of this land. Are you ready for some months of victory? Are you ready to see that the tide has truly turned, says the living God? Are you ready to hear the sound of a war cry that comes from the hosts of heaven who are warring on my behalf and your behalf, says the living God? Are you ready to hear the sound as it was in the days of Jericho, where walls that seemed impenetrable began to fall? God says the agenda is falling, it's falling, it's falling, it's falling, it's falling, it's falling down. And you're going to see it. You're going to hear about it. God says, watch what I do to a media who has been filled with lies, deceit, narratives that have affected the mindsets of many. But God says, listen, they will have to report now the victories that shall come one right after another. And yes, there will be fires. Yes, there will be backlash. But God says, pay it no attention, because greater shall be my plan of how I bring this nation back into reset and order. You have heard and you have known that Rome fell in a day. Keep your eyes upon the Vatican, for I'm going to shake, expose, and cause a stirring that shall bring international and national attention. Because nothing shall stand before me that will not be shaken in this time. Pray through your summer and through your fall. Because God says those who have sought to take your freedoms and bring harshness to this nation fears what they know without a diversion, a midterm miracle to mend the mess. But listen. They know without mayhem, they will not win. So they are devising plans through your summer and through your fall to even delay your midterms and bring chaos to this country. But God says, listen carefully. How would they succeed? What would they do this time? Even though victory shall be seen and identified through the outcome of the different places where men shall vote, they shall seek to create diversions, violence. God says some shall even seek and cooperate with the spirits of divination to call up from the waters your Gulf, your East Coast, to create storms, and men in their ignorance would say, yes, God arises to judge again. Must you be reminded that I was asleep in a boat, and the spirits over the waters sought to kill, to create a diversion, to stop what I said. We will go to the other side. And I speak and I say to you, there is a miracle that is in my plan, but there is disruptions by the hands of the enemy that must be stopped, that mayhem will not prevail, that storms would not arise at the time of your midterms to bring great disaster that shall create fear, sorrow, distractions, and for the counsel of the ignorant to arise and say, we must delay, we must divert the assembling of the votes of the land. Shall you arise, my watchmen, at this time, and say to the forces of darkness, you will not arise, you shall not succeed. Shall my watchmen arise as I rebuked my disciples and said, where is your faith? Many are complaining. Many are looking at the things in the natural and have been pulled from faith. I speak these things to you now so you may pray through your summer and your fall and break the power of mayhem, disaster, destruction, diversion, delay, chaos, violence, and bring a miracle that shall mend the mess. You say, God, what are you waiting for? Is it the votes? Your votes are not enough. You must watch. You must pray. You must decree. And you must bind and loose. I look for my church to prevail.